Atamati in New Zealand, and welcome to Friday with your Good Morning Whānau. It's lovely to have your company this morning. Lovely to have Jess Daniel from Jess's Underground Kitchen also joining us for the first time in our kitchen.
Yes.
Good morning, Jess.
Good morning.
And what are you going to be doing for us this morning?
I'm going to be making a chicken noodle soup, Vietnamese style.
Very cool. And I understand they have this for breakfast over in Vietnam.
It is a traditional breakfast food, yes.
I'd prefer it for dinner myself.
Yeah, I've kind of twisted it so it's more of a dinner meal for us today.
Looking forward to chatting to you further later in the show, Jess. Also on today's show, red hot screen siren Nicole Whippy reveals why she's going scarlet. Television veteran Suzanne Paul reveals why she swapped the screen for stand-up. Looking forward to our chat later. Our stylist has the most comfortable looks you'll need to see you through autumn. And we had so many wonderful nominations for our Makeover Your Mum competition. Very excited to announce the winner later this morning. But first, Jess Daniel in the kitchen making the Asian chicken noodle soup. Yes. And I have to say, I'm rather fascinated with the story with regards to your business, because you owe it to a friend of yours, don't you?
I do. So Jess's Underground Kitchen basically started around my kitchen table, and I was cooking dinner for a friend, and she said, I'd love to be able to buy this every day because I don't look after myself during the week. I end up buying takeaways or, you know, eating unhealthy food.
So Jess, come on, cook me a feed. Cook me a meal.
Yeah, basically, can I eat at your house every night? And I said, of course you can. You're welcome to come over whenever you want. And she said, no, I want to pay and take it away. And I know so many people who'd be into the concept. So here we are, and instead of cooking for two, I'm now cooking for
200.
200 a night, yeah.
We'll talk more about it. Let's kick into the soup.
Right, okay, so I've got some chicken stock on the boil, and what I've actually done is I've pre-poached some chicken breast in the stock, which we're going to use later in the show. But I'm just going to run you through some of the flavours that I've added to the stock, because we don't really want to be eating chicken stock by itself, do we? So, Asian flavours, I've got some lemongrass here, and what I'm going to do is just hit it with the back of a knife like that, just to bruise it.
And just pop it in there?
Yep, just pop it in. So basically, all the flavours that we're adding to the soup is just to flavour the stock. We're not actually going to be eating it.
Right.
So same with, I'm going to grab a couple of garlic cloves. And you could crush these, but I'm just going to smash them like that. Put them straight in, because it's just about releasing flavour. Yeah. Like that. What else have we got here? So we've got a cinnamon stick, which is a little bit unusual for Asian cooking, but works really well. It adds that kind of heat and spice to it. And some star anise, which gives it an aniseedy, sort of almost licoricey flavour. Now,
I'm thinking this is going to be quite flavoursome, just quietly.
I think it's going to be good. So, with Asian cuisine, we want to sort of get a balance of the salty, sweet, spicy, sour. But you'll notice in a lot of Asian recipes, they don't actually call for salt. So, to season this as a salty dish, we're going to add some fish sauce. Right. Which is quite pungent by itself, but in the overall dish, it will be delicious. And I've also got some soy sauce here. Now, if you're wanting to make the dish gluten-free or wheat-free, if you've got intolerances, you can get wheat-free soy sauce, and there's tamari as well. So it's actually quite a good dish for a whole lot of different palates, because you've got rice noodles, you could swap out the chicken for some tofu and make it vegetarian. You could have
swap it for beef, because you did that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually had it on the menu on Tuesday. So some of my watchers out there hopefully got to taste that. Now, to balance the salty, we want a little bit of sweet. So I've got some mirin here, but you could use just normal brown sugar as well. And we want some lime for a bit of sour. Just squeeze that in.
I can't wait to taste this.
Well, it is breakfast, and I hear it is your birthday today.
Yes, it is. Thank
you
very
much. So a birthday breakfast, perhaps.
Thank you.
Well, I'm sure everyone will be happy to wish you a very happy birthday.
How old do you think I am, Jess?
21.
Oh, thank you. Clearly I am.
All right, now the last thing that I'm going to add here is just a nub of ginger. And what I do is I just peel the ginger on all sides.
You're a wired up girl, aren't you, Jess?
I am.
Yeah.
Grew up down there. My parents still live down there. I've been living in Auckland for close to 12 years now. Right. A little bit of a stint in London in between.
They must be immensely proud of you venturing your venture into business.
Yeah, I think they are.
Are they watching? I'm sure they will be.
I'm sure they will be.
Hello, Jess's mum and dad.
So that's just going to simmer away, let all of those flavours infuse. If you're making it at home, I'd give it sort of 10-15 minutes to let it really come together. And you can just put your raw chicken breast in the stock, give them probably 8 to 10 minutes depending on the size.
Sure.
And the good thing about cooking the chicken in the stock is that it's going to stay nice and tender and juicy and absorb all of those flavours like the star anise and the lemongrass.
I can smell the aroma of it already.
Yeah, so we're not actually going to eat the stuff that's in there. We're just
We'll take it out, just the stock.
The stock.
All right.
Okay, so next we're going to take one of these chicken breasts. And there's so many different ways you can do it. You could either slice it into thin slices like that. What I quite like to do is grab a couple of forks and just kind of pull the chicken apart into bite-sized chunks.
Well, that's nice and tender. It's cooked perfectly.
It will be beautiful. You can use your hands.
Nice. So this is a typical meal that you can get on your website, isn't it?
Yeah, I like to cook quite bold ethnic flavours. So I do quite a lot of Asian, especially over summer. I've been doing lots of Asian salads and pulled pork noodled bowls, and I do a lot of Mexican as well.
Fabulous, nice variety.
Yeah, I guess things that have been inspired by my travels around the world, and it's essentially an extension of what I like to eat at home. So it has to be yummy, it has to be tasty, and it has to be healthy.
Absolutely, nice and healthy.
They're midweek meals. So what I've got here is a bowl of pre-cooked rice noodles. So they looked like this originally, and I've just poured boiling water over them in a bowl, left them for about 5 minutes, and they've come up like that. So we are just going to put that chicken on top like this. And
only available on Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays is when I cook. I get a lot of requests for Thursday, Friday, but I have to have a bit of a break too. I have to have some time to do my recipe prep and all of the admin that comes with being out of the kitchen, you know?
Of course, of course.
So next I'm just going to pop a pile of bean sprouts on there like that. Now, I'm doing quite a simple version of this, but you could add any kind of vegetables that you want. Sort of Asian leafy greens like bok choy. You could add some carrots in there, whatever you want to kind of make it your own. Make it with beef, make it with prawns. So it's a really good, quick midweek dinner. Now I'm just
we need to
hurry along. I've got some fresh basil and some fresh mint to give it a nice punch, some coriander. My favourite, coriander. Oh, I'm glad you love it.
People like coriander.
You're either a lover or a hater, aren't you?
Bit of chilli. Put
some chilli on there because I am assuming you like it hot.
I do, especially when you're 21 years old.
The big 2-1. And then I'm just going to spoon some of this hot chicken broth.
Look at that.
Over the top.
If only you could smell what I can smell, because it just smells divine.
I quite like putting a little star anise in there because it sort of gives it authenticity.
And there we have it.
What you're eating.
Jess, thank you so much. That looks gorgeous.
Thanks for having me.
And breakfast
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. All right, the MasterChef winners are in our kitchen on Monday morning. Can't wait to see who it'll be. Well, coming up, they're making waves over in the US. Hamilton Band, the latest Fallout performed from their debut album right after this.